Another edition of Sports Shop Forte Hair Salon, usual suspects, but we got a couple of special guests in the house as well. Super Bowl champion, NBC Sports Philadelphia's Barrett Brooks, Real 106.1 in the morning show, Chio, the man, the myth right here.
Chio in the morning.
We got a bunch of stuff going on from Eagles to, hip hop as well. We're gonna merge everything in together.
Going into the playoffs, playing on Saturday, 4:35. What we thinking, guy?
Nick Foles scares me.
I think it scares everybody.
No. Now, I tell you, the biggest problem I have is balancing out everything that was positive outside of the quarterback position, the defense, the run game, the ability to throw down the middle of the field, causing turnovers, field position on special teams. With Nick Foles.
See, that's it. And that's why it gets real here at the barbershop. This is Fortes, my man, Toot the barber. He's the barber to all the athletes. He cuts everybody. The Green Goblin's hair. He cuts everybody's hair. We get the real. Like, this is authentic fans right here. I'm thinking we have a shot still. You know what I'm saying?
Too.
Any given Sunday, but it's Saturday.
True.
But it's Saturday.
Any given Sunday, anything can happen, bro. But to be honest, since I'm from the radio station that calls itself Real, obviously I'm an Eagles fan. Obviously, from here, I want them to win. It'd be great. It'd be a great underdog story. I think the Atlanta Falcons are going to win the Super Bowl.
Wow.
I think they're going on their run. They got the same. They got the same quarterback as last year. They got most of the same players.
Yeah.
And I think now this is their run. Doesn't matter who they're playing. If they play New England, they're taking it all the way. That's what I think is going to happen.
This is what I think. Nick Foles just had to play 3 mediocre to good games.
Three? He can't get a good quarter so far, man.
He played one. He played one before he come in. He had time now. He had a little bit of time.
But we haven't seen him since.
And Barrett, you know this better than anybody, right? It had to hurt you watching an offense for 2 weeks. Forget Nick, right? 2nd and 12, 2nd and 14, 3rd and 15.
That's the problem, yeah.
I charted it, man. 40% of Nick Foles' plays are 2nd and 3rd and long, beyond 10 yards. You want to take a backup quarterback and make him bad? That's a perfect scenario for him.
I'm telling you this, but they were hurting themselves.
Penalties.
They were getting backed up, and people also understand this. Going into the playoffs, they're not going to give Nick Foles the offense that he had.
Not at all.
They're going to give him everything vanilla. They already got locked up what they needed to lock up. So why go out there and give him anything?
Right.
Yeah, but
They had a vanilla offense out there.
He couldn't make vanilla passes, B.
No, he made
I was
them.
at
He
that.
dropped them.
I was at that Oakland game.
There was one pass that Torrey Smith dropped. Everything else, he
That
could not
Oakland game
move
was
the football.
terrible.
He was a rhythm quarterback, though.
They needed that game in
He
Oakland.
a rhythm
He
quarterback.
played like crap. The whole team played like crap.
But put like
Christmas
this.
night. Maybe it was Christmas. They
They
ate too
about
much.
to
I don't
win.
know. I don't know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
I like what you're saying though. Like, don't show too much. Don't reveal your hand. Maybe possibly play possum, and then when the real season starts, that's when you want to do it.
No question. Well, look at this now. Give me your impact players. Who needs to play well?
They all play running back in my position. In my
Jay
opinion.
Ajayi. It has to be Jay
It's
Ajayi.
defensive lineman. This is going to be a close game. It's going to be it's an experienced team in Atlanta and a really good defensive team. This is going to be a barbaric bloodbath type game. I think both quarterbacks are going to get hit hard. Barnett, Chris Long, Vic Beasley, Adrian Claiborne. This game, I guarantee you, people think it's going to be in the 20s. No, it's going to be a low game, and there's going to be a lot of quarterbacks getting hit. If they cannot give pressure on that quarterback, Matt Ryan will pick these defensive backs. It's over.
That's Matty Ice to you.
Nah, he got from Exton to this week. We just sold his ass. No outcast talk this week.
He not no ice.
I think it's on Nick Foles. If he can do what he did a couple years ago under Chip Kelly that year, like 27 touchdowns. If he comes out and plays like that, I don't know how he did that, but
Shady McCoy. That's how he did it.
Oh, they got Jay Ajayi, man. I'm
Running
saying
game.
Jay McCoy.
They have
It has to be
18
that,
running
yes.
backs.
Yeah.
18 running backs. Use every last one of them. Set up the pass with the run. That's football.
They got to run 30 times at least.
But here's the problem. Atlanta knows that too, man.
Absolutely.
Like, Atlanta's going to have 8 guys in that box until Nick Foles can make a throw.
And they play cover 3 with that safety in the box.
Well, if Gio goes down to Sugar House and places his bet, he's the one that's going to look like a genius.
Well, but here's the thing, though.
To that point.
Here's the thing,
He's
though.
going to be wearing all that green.
Let me back
I'm gonna retire, bro. I'm out of here. I'm going to Florida.
He's out. But let me back him up real quick. There are times in which we've seen over the last couple of games where things have worked well for Foles. The play, the protection, the route, but the pass didn't get there. And you can't blame it on the wind every single time.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this though. It's gonna be about 45 to 46 degrees, and I'm saying everybody's like, "Oh, we want it to be cold." I don't want it to be cold
Me
out
neither.
there.
If you
Nick
can't-
Foles cannot play in the cold.
No.
Let's keep it hot. Let them.
I would have liked 30 to 30. That's manageable.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
that's
40
manageable.
is too conducive to the Falcons who play in the
That's
dome.
the
I would
point.
have liked
Yeah,
30 to
there's no
35.
home field
They play
advantage.
on
That's
turf
all.
though.
It is.
They play on turf though. I mean, it's different from playing on grass all the time. And then also, defense wins championships, man.
All facts.
I won my championship because we had a bomb defense. This was when it was Ben Roethlisberger. He wasn't Big Ben then. They got a running game. They need to run the ball. Number one. Number two, Doug's got to be a coach of all coaches. I don't know. We gonna see what Doug is, but I'm hoping that he took a little page from Big Red and be like, all right, let's run the ball.
Well, hold on. What page we talking about?
Yeah.
I don't want that last page.
It's the what not to do
Right.
page.
I don't want that last page in the
I'm
book.
talking about the first 5 games of the year
Yeah.
when they started to run the ball.
Yeah.
You know, so
Well, Barry,
we gotta have that.
talk about like, and Two could probably speak to this too. I didn't play football, but like when the weather is severe, when it's really cold out, that changes the route and it changes the game.
It's already hard. See, I played with a quarterback. He threw hard, man. Like Ben threw a hard ball, and it was hard for receivers to catch it. You hit the ground, it's like falling on concrete. You out there pushing guys around. Man, people say, "Oh, you want
It's
to play?"
miserable.
No, I don't want to play in the winter.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
in the
horrible.
cold weather, you have to get a run game. You have to get the big guys, the linemen, wanting to play in that weather.
And that's
You
what we
see
wanna
they
do.
But we
backing
saw
up.
that on
If they
Christmas,
backing up, they
and
gonna
how
play.
many fumbles was it?
I mean, Christmas game was just one of those games. I think just a bad game. Bro.
Terrible
Just played a
game.
bad
And that
game.
happens.
But no,
That
it
happens.
doesn't happen with Carson Wentz. Seattle wasn't that bad of a game.
He had a bad
They were,
game.
what?
He had a bad
He had a
game.
bad first quarter.
No,
was
he
a
had
bad
that
game.
first half, and then
Okay,
he fumbled
first
in the
half.
third quarter.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he had
it was
a
a
bad
bad
No,
game.
first
Yeah,
quarter.
if you look at the throws he were making,
I'm
those
a Carson
were
Wentz.
not bad
He
throws.
made an amazing touchdown, but
Okay,
he
that's
played
what
a
I'm
bad
saying.
first half though.
But a bad game with Carson Wentz, you're still in it at the
Still in
end.
it.
That's
That's
true.
my point.
That's
Okay, but that's how rare he is.
So what you talking about, Sudfeld?
No, I'm not. Wait. If it's 13-0, and you
I'm
have to
putting
move
him
the
in.
ball, and
I'm
you're
putting
starting
him in.
the second half, you're not
You go
going
to
to
Nate.
sub.
I'm putting him
You
in.
go to Nate.
I'm
Okay.
Nick Saban.
You're
I'm Nick
exactly.
Saban.
Right?
I'm
Because
Nick Saban.
why? Why? Because it's potentially
I hope they'll do it.
Yes.
well,
I know, but hell no.
it's
I'm like,
potentially
you
the
know
last
what?
game of the year. So why not?
What if he's not Nick ain't doing anything?
There's always a chance that he might.
Well, all right.
We
No,
all
no, wait,
with
look,
Foles.
look, what's- wait, look, understand the source here, people.
Super
This
Bowl
man
champion.
played on a Super Bowl
That's
champion
what I'm
when
saying.
the quarterback played the worst game ever.
And we still win the
Ever,
game.
and they won the game.
People don't understand
Hold on,
this.
there's a difference though. That was an outstanding defensive football team. You need an out like when Peyton Manning, his last year, he's the worst looking quarterback in the history of football.
Those quarterbacks.
But the defense was over the top. Or I'm going to go old school, steel curtain. Over the top. It has to be over the top. We have a good defense, but it ends right. It's a good defense.
Them
but it's
corners
not
can't be
great.
biting on them
Defense
double
and
moves,
running.
you know?
Yeah.
Very
Defense
good.
and running.
I don't know.
Our DBs match up better. Our DBs match up better with these receivers better than any of the receivers in the league.
I agree.
In the playoffs.
Saints would've
Because
been
they're
better.
bigger.
Yep.
They're bigger, number one, and they can run with. Now, of course, we know Julio Jones is going to get his.
All day.
But he had 130 yards last year when they won the game. Let's stop everything else.
Right.
We got to stop
Make-
everything else.
yeah.
But we
Make
need
everybody
Jay
else.
Ajayi to be our bell cow. We need a bell cow at this point. We need him to get lathered up and get some consistency going in our run game.
How many
That's
How
on-
many
that's
runs
on
is that
Juice
for
and
him?
Doug, though.
We
That's
need
not on
20.
him.
He needs to have a 20 carries.
All right, well, that doesn't happen.
30 carries overall.
No,
that doesn't happen.
The script gets rewritten in the playoffs.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Doug don't have to worry about anybody's ego. We don't have to
No
worry
feelings
about the
there.
guy blind crying.
It's
just
a-
your team to win a game.
It's potentially the last game of the season.
Right.
Which is why you go Sudfeld second half.
Sudfeld too.
Don't sleep on Nate. That boy can move. You saw him.
If he does, I won't complain.
word of
But in the
Nick Saban,
end, neither of these guys, either Sudfeld or Foles, is the quarterback of the future. We have our quarterback. So you play who can ever win this game, and then you hand this car back to Carson next season.
I can't
So
believe you
don't-
guys are ready to give the car to somebody. Y'all didn't
That's
even know his
my-
name
that's
2
my
weeks ago.
point.
Y'all didn't know Nate Sudfeld existed 2
I
weeks ago.
don't need to know his name.
Has anybody ever looked at
said he got
history?
Sudfeld,
Man,
Has anybody ever looked at history? Like, it's rare that it could happen like it did on the national championship.
No, backup quarterbacks
rare.
win all the time.
Tom Brady's rare.
No, but Jeff
Tua is
Hostetler.
rare.
No, we don't need him to be Tom Brady. It's just about the element of surprise and giving your offense.
I would be
spark.
happy if
That's
he's
it,
Frank
yeah.
Milford.
Hold on, we're
He
talking
could
about
be Frank
all right,
Milford, and
but
I'm
guys,
No way, for real.
we're talking about Nate Sudfeld,
Yeah.
who played for Indiana,
Yeah.
who's never even
We
played a
don't-
college game
yeah,
that
we
made
don't
any
need- we don't need to
had
talk
any
about
significance.
It doesn't matter.
And he didn't win on
If
game.
old
Sometimes, sometimes,
old
an
ain't
extreme
doing it,
scenario,
you
though.
make that move.
but sometimes ignorance
It's
can
bliss.
get you over. You
Not
know?
in the
Like,
NFL.
yes, it can.
Right?
Hold on.
Not in the NFL.
Let me say this real quick, okay? It's a smaller scale, but it applies to the same thing with the argument of why Cap could help a team. Is that if you can extend a play when your statue quarterback is getting his tail kicked for a half, you give team life.
And he patting the ball like a
So
baby.
Sudfeld, here's the one thing we
But
know we
he's
can move.
not
Sudfeld's
Steve Young.
hold up. But he's faster and can move better than Foles. That's all he needs to be, Ed.
that.
That's all he needs
And
to
he
be.
throws a harder
He
ball.
actually is a better.
I think he can
he's-
throw
he's
the ball.
a better
Well, guess what?
Like,
We
Sudfeld's
might
a
see.
joke, but he's actually not a
And
bad
yo, this is
might
only
see-
this is like if the offense isn't scoring. Like we're not
Yeah.
talking
Right,
about
of
you
course.
know,
This is
7-7.
worst,
I'll put him in.
worst case scenario. And I hear he's been impressive in practice.
Well, this reminds me of the Roman Coliseum,
Practice.
and the people are never happy. We want blood. We want tigers and bears. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but hold on. But at the end of the day, we just talking about at this point Nick Foles. There's 52 other guys on the team, man. I ain't seen Nick
pass.
Foles go out there and cover no punts, kick. I ain't seen him tackle nobody, and that's the biggest thing. Everybody else has to raise their level up.
That's
And
why
if
I
they can
told
do
you
yeah.
that
Only
Nick
Randall
Foles,
Cunningham
through
could-
no
could
fault of his
punt
own,
and play quarterback.
Nick Foles is facing second and
goat.
12, second and 15, last two games.
Right, exactly,
The penalties and the negative, they've had bad runs too, have killed any chance Nick Foles would have to succeed.
What they averaging like 7 at last 3 games, 7 penalties a game.
Yes. And that's really
They
not
turned
just
to the
that's
old
all
Oakland
year.
Raiders.
Change that in the playoffs. Like you can change the script, B. You can change who you run the football to. You can change routes that you run, but can you change penalties when it's been a problem all year?
You can now, and let me tell you why. The players knew that they were starting to get high on blocks, which led to technique issues, which led to them not finishing plays, which led to them holding instead of finishing blocks. When you go back and pass, it brings that pad level down. Now the defensive line are playing lower. Now the offensive line are playing lower. A lot of those penalties during first and second down on run plays and pass plays were products of them not going through their proper techniques and stuff. And that's why they wanted to get back and pass. Because when I was with Pittsburgh, we always felt as though we were the most physical team out there. We were the best team out there. So when we played on Sunday, we was playing against somebody that we knew we were already better than because we played against somebody that was already better. I knew I played against the best defense in the league in practice. So it was a cakewalk going out there on Sunday. And the same way, vice versa. The offense, the defense said, all right, we played against the best quarterback, the best running back. We got JB back there. There's nobody running anybody like Jerome Bettis. So, you know, you had to have that mentality for them to go back and pass. Really reaffirms my faith in this team turning the corner.
I agree with that.
By the way, at some point,
Practice do matter.
At some point, Barrett, you're gonna get old where when I was with Pittsburgh stories are gonna start. Oh, here we go again. Here we go.
You gotta go to your ace.
I got a ring.
He got the ring, though. He got the ring.
You gotta go to your ace.
There's one story though that will never get old, and I don't know how many people heard it, but it's the Joey Porter story that you told like a month ago when you stopped by the shop. you got to retell it just because like that's one thing that's immortalized, will never get old, and I don't really know how many people have heard this story before.
So we about to go. It's a Friday practice, so you know, really don't mean that. You know what I mean? So it's Friday practice. It's like a fast walkthrough. So we're in there lifting weights. So Casey Hampton is going there. He's got 4 plates on the bar, and he's getting hyped. He's ready to do it for about a set of 1 or 2. 400. That's 405 pounds. 4 plates. So he turns around, and just as he's about to do it, Joey Porter comes in. They call him Peasy. Peasy, so he starts cussing him out, talking trash to him. And what? And he gets under it, and he does it twice. 400 pounds twice, and racks it. And starts yelling and cussing Porter out. He's like, what? Joey Porter gets so mad. It's so intense that he goes. And I'm over there doing 315 for 1 or 2, and I'm struggling, and I'm racking. He jumps up, move. They used to call me Porter. Porter, move out the way. He gets on the 315, does it for a set of 10, hollering and cussing. I'm gonna do this, yelling at Casey Hampton. Goes over to 405 pounds. Starts yelling. Boom, this is for you. Boom, Casey, you fat, da 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 da. Boom, does it 4 times and racks it. Gets up, goes to his locker, grabs his keys, and drives home. Don't even practice. Don't go to no meet. This is a Friday practice. We still gotta put in short yardage. We gotta put in our third down. Get to go home.
But see, with a guy like that on your team, you ready for something.
Right? You don't need anything.
Because like, I remember being around the Eagles when they went to the Super Bowl 2003, 2004, and like that whole week leading up to the NFC Championship, Dawkins was walking around there like Wolverine, like for real Wolverine. Not like the movie, not Hugh Jackman, but like for real, like roll crawl, like claws out, like, and I'm sitting there like, this isn't normal. Right. But you will walk through a brick wall for that.
No question. I mean, even Dawkins, but people don't understand. His first 2 years, every time he walked into the locker room, he would peek around the corner to see if there was a pink slip in his locker that he got cut. Now, I played with him 2 years after that. 2 years after that, he would look at his locker every day to see if there was a pink slip to see if he got cut. That's how he played his game. That's how he got motivated every day.
Wait, your Porter
thinking
story.
he could get cut, kept that edge with him.
I mean, not for long, right? That's what
That's
you're
the
saying.
NFL.
This Porter story that you told, though, is very applicable to the Eagles right now. Because I got to say, I'm surprised a little bit because they are using the disrespect and the 2.5 underdog
That we as
angle.
media are giving them, yes.
Yes, right. But Andy playoffs, like there was the NovaCare complex and then there was the rest of the world.
Oh,
If
you
the
went
world blew
LeBron
up,
mode.
nobody on the
LeBron
Eagles knew
turned the
about
phone
it.
off.
It was
Right.
like that, right?
Right.
But
Totally.
Doug is different, and this is interesting
He
because
was mad. He
Belichick.
was mad the other day. It looked like he was
Yeah,
upset.
Belichick
yeah.
does this. He doesn't mind using the outside negativity
Hey.
as fuel. I'm surprised. I'm shocked and,
It works.
pleasantly surprised
It
that
works.
Doug is using that.
You remember what happened with Fred X and
Exactly.
Hot Rod, and I get this shit all the time because I used to do a show with Rodney, this stuff all the time with Rodney Harrison, where he brought that up. It became big. Like Freddie Mitchell was going back and forth with them on Facebook because the story was that once Freddie Mitchell said, "Oh, we got them. We're gonna go after them." You know, who Rodney, who?
They were like, okay.
Tom Brady, of all people, goes up to Rodney Harrison and says, "We got this for you." And then when you got somebody like that coming up to you and saying, "Hey, we got this for you. You don't have to worry about that. We got that for you." I'm sitting there like, "Damn, Freddie, what the hell did you say?"
You think they're mad? You think they're mad? Like Nick
are.
Foles ain't getting like he's garbage. Peterson hasn't gotten any respect up until like last week when the Rams lost. All of a sudden, you know that coach is not that good or whatever. Showed he's a rookie. How does that help you? Like when you were playing and you hear the media,
They
or
read,
your friends
see
tell you, "Yo,
everything."
man, they're talking trash," and you guys because no one's really picking the Eagles generally speaking.
And
right?
that's the disrespect that they're looking at. At this point,
They
they're
just got
using this
enough.
as fire and blackboard
Right.
material.
That's the positive.
Anything helps,
That's the
right?
positive.
Anything
That's the
helps.
positive.
In fact, if I see any of them all, I'm not gonna say nothing to them. I'm just gonna walk away. 'Cause they ain't slapping me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have to do something to them, man. But I mean, them guys, man, they take all up. And you think we don't read? We
No,
read
all day.
everything.
All day.
We see all the articles.
Right.
We see all. See, I'm so glad I wasn't in the world of social media back then. In fact, back when I played, half the league would have been gone. Half the league would have been gone. You know, but I mean, yeah, they use all that stuff. They see all that stuff. That's why you see guys like Ajayi responding. You know, Ronald Darby responding to those two.
Yeah, but-
He's gonna use all this negative stuff against them, and they're gonna bond together. The me against the world. It's this team, 53 men and coaches against the world.
I like that.
Let me ask you, though.
That's a positive for the Eagles.
How much of it is really negative versus negative about Foles? Meaning, this team wasn't discounted and discredited when everybody was talking about Foles as the MVP. This team wasn't, they're fluky when they were winning double-digit games.
It starts with the quarterback.
Yep.
That's how
That's
football
my
is.
point.
Yeah,
so
it's like
it's more about people responding to the criticism of Foles as opposed to responding to the criticism of
to
the
Barrett's
team.
point, like you know how football is. So I used to be with the Eagles all the time. It's clicky. The wideouts hang with the wideouts.
Right.
The defense hangs with the defense. Like
Look at T.O. that whole locker
you
room.
best believe they all talk and sitting there like, all right,
Let me tell you this
keep
though.
it up.
It wasn't but 2 weeks ago that we would think we needed new corners and everything else.
Right.
Don't think And all them guys are not thinking about, all right, you guys think I'm going to get beat by the double move all the time. We're going to show you.
Hey, 3 straight weeks of getting beat by the double move. I gotta say
And
something.
listen, your question
They do.
is.
I gotta say something.
But they do for a good game.
Okay.
Right?
You play
They
the
do
odds.
for a good game.
You're the one playing the odds on your Falcons pick.
I think
That's how you learn.
His question really should be how much of it is really disrespect or how much of it is the reality of the situation. Like the Eagles feel disrespected. That's great. You're using it. It's not. If the Steelers didn't have Big Ben this weekend against Jacksonville, you know what? If they had Landry Jones starting, they would be underdogs too.
Exactly.
Vegas isn't trying to. Vegas got no Philly bias. Vegas doesn't care. They just look and they see defending NFC champ,
care about
red
their
hot
money.
team, good offense, good defense versus team with a backup quarterback that's struggling. That's not disrespect.
Right.
That's reality.
Bottom line.
The reality is the Atlanta Falcons are probably, it doesn't mean they're going to win. They're probably a better team right now than the Philadelphia Eagles. And that's all Vegas is looking at.
Ain't no-
But
and
the
that-
Eagles are turning that into us against the world. No.
It's great, isn't it?
It's
Yeah,
just-
but that
it's
helps.
great.
Yeah, but that helps. That helps.
If it yields a win, you know?
Hey, if I got $100
Yields
on a
win,
boxer and he needs to tell himself that guy
Whatever
robbed him
works,
as a
I
kid,
get it.
and he's gonna knock him out for that, then go ahead and do it.
And I applaud it. I get it. I'm just saying it's not.
it's absurd,
disrespect. It's perceived.
It's just
I played 12 years in the league, and every day I went into that locker room, I always felt that somebody's trying to take something out of my kid's mouth. They were saying, my kids like nice food, they like good food, they like expensive food. My kids like steak and lobster. So every day that I played, I had to play like, man, he about to take that lobster out of my daughter's mouth.
You may need to get back on the field, my friend.
Bro, why you think I'm trying? I tried. They're a little too young and strong right now. Some young bulls out there. You know, I'm that bull. I'm gonna walk down. I can't run down.